The first person that I would definitely challenge and that I would think would be such an amazing match, just because the clash of styles would have to be none other than Darby Allin.
When, I wouldn't even say if, when you are the AEW World Champion, who do you challenge first?
There's so many talents in AEW that I would just love to get my hands on. But the first person that I would definitely challenge and that I would think would be such an amazing match, just because the clash of styles would have to be none other than Darby Allin.
Wow.
Somebody, somebody who I think is a daredevil, a go-getter, and has nothing but heart and determination, just like myself. We may not have the same wrestling styles, but we have the same heart. I can see that we have the same dedication. And to display that for the fans, I think it'd be awesome.
Do you think you're going into this match as the underdog? I mean, every time, Impact Wrestling has the reputation of always being the underdog. Do you think you are going in as, people have their money they bet their money on Kenny Omega instead?
You know, and that's funny because it's always been my whole career. I've always been the underdog. I've always been the man that people have said, oh, he's not going to get to this level. Oh, he is only this certain style of person, this certain style of athlete. He can only be pigeonholed to being this certain type of wrestler. And I've always gone out and I've proved the retractors wrong. I've went out and I said, hey, you don't think I can do it? Well, guess what? I can. I proved it when I became the Impact World Champion against Eric Young after fighting retirement. I beat Moose after everybody doubted me on the size difference, a modern day David versus Goliath. And I came out the Impact Unified World Champion, adding the TNA World Championship to my collection. And I will say right now, if the doubters strongly doubt me, they will see something that they are very used to, and that's Rich Swann overcoming adversity and holding up the AEW World Championship.
Fantastic answer. And you touched upon it, but what was it like working with Eric Young? I mean, that has to be my favorite match from last year. The two of you had such incredible chemistry. What was it putting that match together?
I appreciate that, and it's definitely one of my favorite moments in my career. And what it was like working with Eric Young, he's definitely one of the greatest in this business. And for somebody to say he's underrated, um, I guess they haven't watched his career enough because in Impact Wrestling, even before he went over to World Wrestling Entertainment, he was a world champion. When he went to NXT, he became a champion, and I think that, you know, the group that he was in and that he controlled definitely was something that, got the people. And now he's translating that now in Impact Wrestling with Violent by Design, uh, with Big Joe Doring. Um, he's got a crew that, you know, people are now seeing and revering. And Eric Young, you know, how can I just put into words? He's tougher than tough. He's a man that went out there with a torn ACL and busted his ass. And even though I don't agree with uh, his certain styles sometime and his crazy maniacal mind, I can't take away the fact that, he's a world champion and he's a great wrestler.
Awesome, dude. I think I have time for a few more, maybe. Uh, so you are, I mean, a fan of rock music. I mean, I think it's well known. So, what were some of the bands that got you hooked to music, and what are you listening to these days?
Um, a lot of the bands that got me hooked, Stone Temple Pilots, Alice in Chains, Nirvana, the Foo Fighters, Offspring, Metallica, a little bit into the Aerosmith, Megadeth, like those bands, Linkin Park, like those bands, they kind of like got me kickstarted into rock music, like that whole, 90s period, especially connected with wrestling.
Right.
There was a lot of Limp Bizkit and Corn and Kid Rock, thrown in the 90s and the Attitude Era, if you will. And that kind of got me hooked on rock music. And I always, my brother, he brought in a guitar, and I was about maybe 6 or 7, and I just picked it up and I would play by ear. I would listen to different songs over and over and just try to mimic the chords over and over until I would get good at it. And now today I listen to a variety of alternative rock bands, and on it's not only rock. I still listen to a lot of funk and jazz and
Right.
R&B and rap, but mainly rock. I listen to a YouTube channel now that just posts every day brand new music videos, and the company is called Dreambound. And hopefully one day I can start up a band and you know sign my name to the dotted line to that company.
Fantastic, man. So we spoke about fantasy booking. Let's allow you to do some fantasy booking. You can pick any band from any era to write your theme song. Who do you pick?
Oh man, I'd have to say Linkin Park.
Okay, fantastic.
Out of any band, I know that's great. Out of any and every band, it's like, dang, man, because in the end, even though Chester Bennington, he's not with us
Right.
anymore, it's just that in the end song, back in the day, I used to play that song out. I scratched that CD up when it came out. Man, like if I could have like some type of rendition from Linkin Park with, even Chester's like voice replayed into it or something like that, I'd love that.
Awesome answer. And okay, so we often hear how funny the Good Brothers are. Do you have any Good Brothers moments, backstage moments that you can share?
I don't have any good brothers moments that I could share that are very appropriate, but I will say those guys are a hoot, and they are very, very funny. And if anybody missed it, you can check out Talking Shop, or Talking Shopomania, or Talking Shopomania 2 on Impact Plus. So y'all go over and check that out. Them boys, they be funny. And they have a podcast as well.
Right, 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 right. I have seen it. It was incredible. So, why should fans in India watch Rebellion, and what can they expect to see?
I think fans should watch Rebellion because they're going to get a touch of everything, and they're going to see something that is, like I said before, history. They're going to see professional wrestling at its finest. They're going to be reminded that professional wrestling is well and alive. The high flying, hard hitting, exciting action of Impact Wrestling, featuring All Elite Wrestling for Rebellion. We're going to be breaking down those doors that have been bolted shut for so long, and you're not going to want to miss it.
I can't tell you how excited I am for this pay per view. And I am excited for all of your matches, but this one in particular. So, best of luck. And I hope you become a triple champion. Will you become a triple or a double champion? If
Thank you so much.